With the Clippers signing John Wall, they opened up the 2022-23 season as one of the favorites to bring home the Larry O'Brien Trophy. They have been in this position before in 2019, but didn't play to their expectations and collapsed by blowing a 3-1 lead in the bubble to the Denver Nuggets. This season, they have a chance to change that Clippers gonna clip narrative this season, but this is what needs to happen if they're gonna be a championship team this upcoming season.
I don't have to be Batman every night for us to win. You know what I mean? That's the ultimate goal for me. Is like, this point in my career, I don't want to have to be the Batman every night to try to win. You know what I mean? On our team that we have, I think anybody can be Batman. For me, I'm happy because I don't have to have the best player guarding me every night like I have my whole career. I got you telling me the third best defender gonna have to guard me. Good luck.
So it's clear that Wall understands his role of possibly being a third option and potentially coming off the bench. With Reggie Jackson averaging around 17 points per game, Wall definitely has some competition for that starting point guard spot. But that's up for Coach Ty Lue to decide during training camp. But when Wall is on the floor, he doesn't have to be that athletic freak he was while he was playing with the Washington Wizards. Instead, he has to fulfill that playmaking role that the Clippers needed since they shipped off Chris Paul off to the Houston Rockets. With Wall being the primary ball handler, when he is on the floor, he'll make it a lot easier for Paul George and Kawhi to score points by setting them up and finding them in the right spots. Even with the two-star wings off the court, Wall could set anyone up on the team to get a bucket, and the offense won't be stagnant like it was last season and after Kawhi went down in the 2021 playoffs. With that being said, the Clippers going into this upcoming season are going to have to go up against some tough competitive teams in the Western Conference, with the Golden State Warriors being one of their biggest threats going into this season as they look to defend their title. But Draymond himself said he sees the Clippers as one of their biggest threats.
Then they have great players, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, the guys that they're filling in around them with. You go pull a trade off and get Robert Covington and Norman Powell. And you already have Marcus Morris there and Reggie Jackson. They're a real threat. Batum probably will re-sign there. Like, that's a real threat and a problem. Like, they're a threat and a problem.
With someone who knows the game as much as Draymond does, him saying that about this Clippers team is a good sign. But this team's biggest problem that they have to worry about is their health. With Kawhi coming off of his injury, missing an entire season, who hasn't even been playing 5v5 ball yet as we know of, and Paul George, who was in and out of the lineup, only playing 31 games, isn't a guarantee to always be available. Star players resting and sitting out games this season is a strong possibility. They may not have the highest seed, but it'd be better to have your young star players to be healthy come playoff time. With Draymond saying what he said, and Jalen Rose claiming this to be the best Clippers team ever, media attention has not done this team any favors in recent history, as they tend to flop once the media hypes them up as championship favorites. This team has a chance this season to prove that they can handle the spotlight with all the talent that they have on the roster, but they tend to fold once they get the media attention, just like they did in the 2019-2020 season and in the Lob City era. After all, this team is much different, more talented, and more well coached than the Clipper squad from 2 seasons ago as they start to get healthy and build chemistry over time. In conclusion, I have to agree with Jalen Rose on this possibly being the best LA Clippers team ever, and them being the biggest threat to dethrone the current NBA champions and the Golden State Warriors. They are my current pick as of now to at least make it out of the Western Conference, but if that's going to happen, everything has to go right for this team, starting with their biggest problem, which is their health, because a healthy Clippers team is a feared team around this association. If you're seeing this video and you like the video, hit the like button. I got more basketball content on the way, so hit that subscribe button. Peace.